In this lesson, we'll learn how to use the buttons and icons in Bootstrap. So let's start. And the first thing you're going to do, let's create an anchor tag. And this anchor tag will have a class of, let's call this BTN. And here let's type my button. So let's save this. And now if I open this in Chrome, this is what we will have, okay? Would be a very simple link. Now let's create a more familiar button like the ones we are used to see in cool websites. To do that, we just have to change the name of the class because Bootstrap already comes with classes for buttons or default buttons. So one of those classes is btn space btn again dash defaults. Now let's save this and see how the button is presented in Chrome. Let's refresh and there it is. Okay, so this will be the default button style that comes with Bootstrap and you can use. Okay, cool. Now let's go and see other types of buttons that Bootstrap has and you can use it. So what I can do here is copy this and let's paste it a few times here because I'm going to show you all the different classes that you can use for the different buttons in Bootstrap. So we know the default, the first one. So the second one is called primary. So the class btn space btn dash primary will have another type of button. Let's see, refresh, cool, and there it is. And as you can see, I have all the other buttons here, okay? So which means they are already styled for a nav bar. And this is very, very, very handy. You don't need to style it because they are already styled by default as buttons and they are next to each other. So let's check another button. We can use the success class button. And here, let's change this to primary. Success. Here we can type the default button. Now here, info. Warning. Here, danger. And finally, the link type button. Okay. So link. Danger and warning. Okay, so let's save this and let's check this out in the Chrome browser. Let's refresh. And there it is. Okay, so we have the default button, which basically doesn't have any color at all, just has an hover darker color. The primary, which is dark blue. The success, which is green. Light blue info. The warning button would be orange. The danger would be red. And then we have the simple link. Okay? So these are the buttons and classes that you can use in Bootstrap. They come already with their own style and it's very, very handy when creating fast websites. Now, let's take these out. Let's leave only the default and primary buttons. And you can also give different sizes to these buttons. So let's say I want a bigger button for the defaults or the primary. Let's change the primary button to a larger one. So to do that, we just do btn primary and then btn again dash LG, for which means stands for larger button. Okay, so save this and let's go here, refresh, and there it is. You see it's a larger, much larger. So let's copy this and let's give it a smaller size with the SM class here. So let's save this, refresh it, and there it is. Okay, you see the difference, much bigger. And let's type the normal one here as well. Let's put the button sizes in order. Okay, it's better presented. So the first would be the small, and then the primary or the default, and then the LG. So let's save this and refresh it. There it is. Okay, so the small, this is the default size as well, and then the big one. Let's delete this one here as well. Save this. And now I'm going to show you even a smaller button here. So just copy this, copy and save with the XS, okay, which stands for extra small. Let's check it out, and there it is. Okay, so these are the 4 sizes for the buttons that you can use. Now I'm going to show you also how to expand a button to its parent element, the same size in this case of the container. Okay, so let's do that with a larger button, and in here just need to type btn dash and then block. Okay, so let's save this, refresh, and there it is. Okay, so this is how we create, or you can create full width buttons. Okay, so in these examples I used the ahref or the anchor tag for creating buttons, but you can use, for example, the button tag or element like this, and then let's give it the class, obviously, of btn success, for example, and here let's type success. Okay, let's save this, let's refresh it, and there it is. Okay, so let me show you how to use it on an input type submit. btn, and here let's on a warning, and then value equals send. Okay, let's refresh it, and there it is. Okay, so these are as you can see, you can use different elements with the different button classes. So this is how we use buttons, and now let me show you how you use icons. Now icons, in order to check all the icons that you can use, just go to getbootstrap.com/components, and here you'll have all the different available glyphs or icons that you can use with Bootstrap. Okay, so there are a ton of icons, and I'm going to show you now how to use them on your website. So let's go back to the code. So this is actually very, very simple. So let's type span class, and let's close the span. And inside the class, we're going to type the name of the icon, and you can check whatever icon you want. Let's say this one here. Okay, let's copy this, and there it is. Simple as that. So let's save this. Okay, and let's go back here, refresh it, and there it is. Okay, let's, for example, let's use another one. Let's use this one here, the cloud, or even this one here, the envelope. Okay, so here, cool, save it, and let's refresh, and there it is. Okay, you can even transform these to buttons, and in order to do that, let's leave only the envelope. Let's create a ref with class btn default, and now we can grab this, copy it, and use it here. Okay, save it. Now if you go here and refresh, there it is. Okay, we have an icon with as a button with envelope. Okay, if you change the style here, let's say to warning, the icon will change its color as well. Okay, so how cool is that, and all the possibilities that you now have. You can also change the size of the button. So let's say btn LG. Let's refresh, and there it is. Okay, cool. Now, if you don't want to use these sizes, you can even use or style it on your own with CSS. So let's say here we can give it a style to the icon itself of, let's type font size. Font size 5 EM. Okay, let's save this. Let's refresh it. Okay, and there it is. So you can actually, with this style, with CSS, you can actually control whatever size you want to your icon. Okay, you can even choose a color if you want to. Let's type red. Let's save this. Let's refresh it, and there it is. Okay, so yeah, this is all in this video. I hope you like it, and see you guys later.